A brand new smartphone launched on AT&T for $99. 4 weeks later, the carrier slashed the price to 99 cents and reportedly told the manufacturer to take back the unsold inventory. That device was the HTC First, the so-called Facebook phone, but the phone was only half the story. The real product was Facebook Home, a software layer that promised to transform any Android phone into a social-first device. The pitch sounded bold: put your friends right on your home screen, make people more important than apps. Yet 1 million downloads later, over half of user reviews gave it a single star. So, how did Facebook's most aggressive mobile play become one of the fastest consumer tech retreats in recent memory? Let's open the case. Before we open the case file, hit subscribe for more product autopsies, drop the gadget you want investigated next in the comments, and tap like so we can keep digging up the tech everyone tried to forget. By early 2013, Facebook was in a full blown mobile panic. Its main app had been rebuilt, but the company still felt locked out of the smartphone's most valuable real estate, the home screen. Google had its own launcher, Apple had iOS, and Facebook feared becoming just another icon buried in a folder. Mark Zuckerberg believed that phones should revolve around people, not apps. So instead of building a custom operating system or a full phone, Facebook decided to take over the Android lock screen and launcher with a skin called Home. It would present a full screen feed of friends' photos and statuses the moment you woke your device. No more swiping to open an app. Facebook would be the first thing you saw. On April 4th, 2013, Mark Zuckerberg took the stage and declared, quote, "We're not building a phone. We're building something deeper than an app." That something was Facebook Home, a launcher and a replacement lock screen for Android. Alongside it came the HTC First, a mid-range handset preloaded with Home, available exclusively on AT&T for $99 on contract. The idea was to give normal users a simple way to experience the new software. Facebook also released Home as a standalone app on Google Play, compatible with a handful of Samsung, HTC, and Nexus devices. The message was clear: you didn't need a new phone to live inside Facebook, you just had to install their skin. The HTC First was technically just a carrier subsidized Android phone, but it was unavoidably branded as the Facebook phone. Under the hood, it ran a Snapdragon 4 Orin and a 4.3-inch display, respectable for 2013 but not exciting. Its real purpose was to deliver Home without friction. Critics panned the hardware for a poor camera and lack of removable storage, but the phone's fate was sealed by the software it was designed to showcase. According to Failure Museum, the device was so tied to Home's reception that when users rejected the launcher, the phone became a tough sell. It wasn't a terrible piece of hardware, it was just an answer to a question nobody was asking. The heart of Facebook Home was Cover Feed. It replaced your lock and home screens with a full screen, constantly updating stream of content from your Facebook feed. Friends' photos, status updates, and notifications dominated the display. You could swipe to cycle through stories, double tap to like, and comment right from the lock screen. According to The Verge's review, it was visually striking, a beautiful, immersive social experience. But the same review noted a fundamental problem: it removed choice. You couldn't control which friends appeared or stop unwanted posts from flooding your most personal screen. Your phone stopped feeling like yours and started feeling like a Facebook-branded billboard. The second major feature was Chat Heads, a system that overlaid circular profile icons and message bubbles on top of any app. When a message arrived, your friend's face popped up, you tapped it, and a chat window expanded without leaving what you were doing. In isolation, this was clever, a genuinely innovative multitasking tool. Facebook later integrated it into Messenger, and many users loved it. But inside Home, Chat Heads felt like another layer of forced social immersion. Combined with Cover Feed, the package gave users little room to breathe. The Verge called Home beautiful but frustrating, a skin that constantly shouted for attention. If you wanted to use anything not made by Facebook, you had to bypass Cover Feed. A swipe up revealed a standard Android app drawer, but the main Home button always returned you to the feed. There was no way to set a traditional home screen with widgets and shortcuts. This design choice was intentional. Facebook wanted you to spend more time inside its universe, but it backfired spectacularly. Critics argued that hiding apps behind a social feed made the phone less useful, not more personal. As one reviewer put it, the phone felt like it belonged to Facebook and you were just borrowing it. Okay. The day one reviews were not kind. The Verge gave Home a score of 5.9 out of 10, praising its polish but condemning its single mindedness. Slash Gear noted that while Cover Feed was pretty, it turned your $600 smartphone into a one trick pony. The consensus was that Facebook had solved a problem that didn't exist: the desire to be even more connected to your social graph at all times. The company had assumed that users wanted their phone's identity to mirror their online persona. But as the reviews piled up, it became clear that for most people, a phone was a personal, private tool, not a Facebook kiosk. Within a month, Facebook Home crossed 1 million downloads on Google Play. For any ordinary app, that would be a success. But the user reviews told a different story. According to The Guardian, out of over 16,000 ratings, more than half gave it just 1 star. Only 17% awarded 5 stars. Users complained that Home was too invasive, that it ate battery life, and that it made their phone feel unrecognizable. Comments on the Play Store called it annoying and a waste of screen space. The core grievance was simple: this launcher turned a tool that was supposed to serve you into a platform that served Facebook. The HTC First became the most visible casualty. Barely a month after launch, AT&T cut its price from $99 to 99 cents, a sign according to BGR that the carrier was trying to clear inventory. The Guardian reported that AT&T intended to return unsold units to HTC, leaving the Taiwanese manufacturer with a financial and reputational hole. For HTC, which was already struggling, the failure compounded its problems. The First was discontinued shortly after, becoming one of the shortest-lived smartphones of the modern era. Its rapid markdown became the clearest signal that Facebook Home was not just a misfire, but a market rejection. Facebook never officially pulled the plug on Home with a press release. Instead, it slowly faded away. An update in late 2013 added a traditional app dock and more customization, but it was too late. The app's ratings never recovered, and by 2014, it was largely forgotten. Mark Zuckerberg later admitted that the company had spread itself too thin on mobile, but he didn't directly address the home failure. The software itself remained available on Google Play for years, a digital ghost with a 2.3-star average. It stands as a reminder that even a company with a billion users can misread what people actually want from their most personal device. So why did it fail? The autopsy points to one fundamental miscalculation. Facebook believed that users wanted their phone to be a reflection of their social feed. In reality, people treat their smartphones as extensions of their own identity, a canvas for wallpapers, widgets, and personal organization. By taking that away, Home felt like an identity thief. It also missed the fact that Facebook, for many users, was already a source of information overload. Why would anyone want more of it? The launch event slogan, "People are more important than apps," sounded noble but ignored that apps are what give a phone its utility. The failure of Home was a failure of empathy. Facebook Home didn't kill Facebook, it barely left a scratch. The company soon doubled down on mobile ads and saw its revenue explode. But the episode exposed a strategic blind spot, the desire to own the entire user experience rather than enhance it. Chathead survived as a beloved feature in Messenger. The launcher concept, however, was abandoned. In hindsight, Home was ahead of its time in some ways, anticipating the rise of notification-centric lock screens and wearable integration. But it asked users to live inside a feed, and they chose to live outside. In the tech graveyard, Home's tombstone reads, "Here lies a skin that promised connection but delivered claustrophobia."